Welcome back, everybody, to the third and final installment of this month's Q&A. Thank you for everybody who interacted. As I always say, these videos are for education only. Please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you share with your friends and family and continue to engage. Now, you may be wondering, why am I posting this video on a Monday? That's because I'm on vacation this week. So this video is to take the place of the Wednesdays and Friday video. So enjoy. I'll be on a beach enjoying. All right, so let's get it right back to it. So on my Let's Talk About ADHD video, Laura writes, great video. Thanks, sis. Karina writes, I truly value these videos right now. Thank you. Getting my diagnosis tomorrow and look forward to change. Good. On my multiple sleep latency test video, Victoria writes, thanks. My 17-year-old had an MSLT today. He's been struggling for a long time, maybe IH or idiopathic hypersomnia. I hope the results come soon. Your video is super helpful. Thank you, Victoria. Kid fell asleep during each nap opportunity, and we'll see about the results. Yeah, I mean, as I said before, anything like narcolepsy, idiopathic hypersomnia, these conditions are... It takes people a while to get the right diagnosis, right? They get sent to psychiatrists, they get sent to people who do endocrine, people who do, various other things, mental disorders. And the result of that is there's usually a delay in diagnosis of 5 to 10 years, even longer sometimes. So it's good that you're taking your child to get this figured out now. Hopefully this improves his quality of life, even just knowing what it is. So good luck to him or her, and we'll see what happens. All right. So thank you for your comment. On my sleep, memory, and learning video, Laura writes, "Is there any evidence that our brain attempts to solve problems during REM sleep that we are unable to resolve during wakefulness?" And can't see who it is. Somebody, Ryan agrees and says, I want to know about this too. Great question. I may make a video on this separately, but to answer this now, if you look at my dreams video, I do talk about this. So what happens during REM sleep, REM sleep, is when we dream. Okay, then we dream other times throughout the night, but the ones in REM tend to be the most emotionally charged, the most memorable. Okay, and what happens is, one of the theories as to why we dream is conflict resolution. Okay, there's other theories out there as well. Some have suggested that dreams prepare us for real life, right? By, if you have a nightmare or if you have a dream that's unpleasant and your body is kind of put into a fight or flight type of response, that kind of prepares you for what real life would require. Okay. Others have suggested that REM sleep means nothing, and it's just our brain getting rid of memories we don't need and keeping the ones that we do, which is why dreams kind of have this disjointed, you're kind of all over the place, right? Another theory is, as you suggest, Laura, which is conflict resolution, that the brain is trying to resolve or handle something that either it couldn't do in real life or is avoiding in real life or is too painful to deal with in real life, right? No one really knows for sure. I will say this though, therapists oftentimes will tell people to, if you remember your dreams, write them down, going on that factor that dreams and REM sleep could be some sort of subconscious, the subconscious making itself known. So no one really knows for sure. We don't. But what I would say is, if the dream is particularly meaningful, you may want to write it down, and if you have a therapist, talk to them, or reflect on it, because it may be that your brain or your subconscious is telling you something. Okay, great question. And Brendan writes, "This is fascinating. Shared with a few people I know. Thanks, doctor." Thank you, Brendan. And then lastly, on my Bongo RX video, Ryan writes, would taping the mouth shut solve the problem with Bongo RX keeping the pressure in? Yeah, just so everybody is on the same page, what Bongo is kind of these plugs, these nasal plugs that allow the person to breathe in, But when they breathe out, there's some pressure here that then goes backwards and closes off the air. The pressure goes backwards and opens up the airway. Okay? If you open your mouth, though, the pressure just comes right out. So what Ryan is asking is, what happens if you keep the mouth closed? And that does work. That can work, and that's actually what we used to do with Provent. Okay, we used to put chin straps on these patients, and that would help a little bit. Gets a little bit unwieldy and maybe a little uncomfortable, but it could work in theory. So take that for what it's worth. So if you have them, consider that. So that's the video for today. Okay, keep these questions, I should say, coming. I'll keep making the videos. Please share this with your friends and family. And until next time, which will be next week, everybody, sleep well.